This is Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app on your smart speaker and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 7 o'clock. This is Claire Ronacres. Members of the Scottish Parliament have approved legislation which allows a self-identification system for people who want to change their legal gender. The UK government says it hasn't ruled out attempting to block the Gender Recognition Reform Act, saying it shares the concerns some opponents have about the safety of women and children. The Scottish government said it would vigorously contest any attempt to undermine the will of the Parliament at Holyrood. The former Attorney-General, Dominic Grieve, says the issue may end up in court.
Under the devolution system that we have, these sorts of problems are bound occasionally to arise. And there are mechanisms within the Scotland Act that enable them to be dealt with. That's what the Supreme Court is there for.
The Unison Union has announced 2 more strikes by ambulance workers in their dispute about pay and staffing levels. They'll take place on the 11th and 23rd of January in several areas of England. Ambulance staff who are members of Unite in Wales have also voted to strike. The government has reduced next year's increase in the price of regulated rail fares in England. They'd normally go up by the previous July's inflation rate, which was more than 12%, but will instead rise by 5.9% in line with average earnings. Our cost of living correspondent, Coletta Smith, who's at Manchester Piccadilly Station, says a lot of people will still find the extra cost a struggle.
But the mood music is, it could have been worse had it been pegged to that inflation rate. But of course, it's still a really, really big rise, the second highest on record, and that's going to be really difficult for a lot of people to swallow at the moment. Most household budgets are already stretched. Lots of people feel that rail fares are already unaffordable.
The mother of 2 brothers who was found dead at their home in East London has appeared in court charged with their murders. Cara Alexander, who's 44, is accused of killing Marley and Elijah Thomas, who were found at a house in Dagenham last Friday. They were aged 2 and 5. Laura Trant reports from the Old Bailey.
Emergency services were called to the house last Friday by the boy's father after he forced his way into the property. The Old Bailey was told that Cara Alexander had at the time claimed the boys were asleep. Their father found both 5-year-old Marley Thomas and 2-year-old Elijah cold to the touch. The court heard there were indications their breathing had been restricted. Cara Alexander appeared at the Old Bailey by video link from Bronzefield Prison and was remanded in custody.
The United States is bracing for a winter storm which could see record low temperatures. They could drop to minus 50 Celsius in some areas, and even Florida, which is normally warm, could see record lows. The weather here, mostly cloudy with a few showers possible in the north, turning wintry on the hills. Heavy rain will move into the southwest later in the night. And that's the BBC News. It's 3 minutes past 7.
Thank you, Claire.
Joe Wiley's Shiny Happy Playlist.
There's going to be big tunes.
Blowing the roof off Radio 2.
Shiny Happy. If you want to get absolutely bouncing,
this is where it's at. BBC Radio 2.
We are good for bouncing tonight. It's a Christmas miracle. I'm here to do the show this evening. I survived the Christmas shoppers. All of us there doing our last minute thing. Thank you, Sarah. See you on the other side, and warm welcome to all of you tonight. Whatever the state of your head or your lives, your houses, your minds, whatever's going on for you, we have got some brilliant music lined up for the next 2 hours. If you would like a mention on the show, we'd love to do that. You just need to get your phone out and text me 88291, or if you want to email, you could do that. It's joe.wiley@bbc.co.uk. What tribe are you in tonight? Is it a tribe of one? Are you a soloist? Are you a big throng, the many of you tonight? Are you in the car doing some taxi servicing? All that kind of stuff. Just get in touch on the text 88291.
The Shiny Happy Playlist on BBC Radio 2.
Hang all the mistletoe, I'm gonna get to know you better. This Christmas